All right, so we are live. Should be on YouTube right now. Give it a few minutes to see what's going on. Um, you on your phone? Let me go on YouTube and see if it's coming up live, so that way everybody can see it.
I was checking too to see if I can see it on YouTube on my laptop over here.
Yeah. See if any notifications came up.
But I'm glad we were able to do this, man.
Yeah, man. This go under this one because I know you gotta. Okay, so now I'm gonna put in to Mr. Legacy Builder and see. All right, so we are live, and I'm trying to. Do you got any lives coming up right now on your end on the website? I mean on Mr. Legacy Builder.
I'm pulling it up right now. Like I said, this on my end, this one's a little slow, so it might take me a few seconds.
All right.
Bear with me here.
Let's see.
Oh, here you go. I see you. It doesn't say live, I don't think yet.
Do you see this particular video?
No, not yet.
Okay. Let me see if it's supposed to be a. Send us into as you also may also want to share our. Should be invite guests. Okay, so we live. Why is it not? Let me go through YouTube and see if they are stopping us from anything. Let me check real fast.
Yeah, I know we're live right now. I just don't see it showing up over here. I see the live in the corner here.
Yeah, I see we live on that. I'm just trying to get us live on YouTube. Figure out why is it. It should have us live. I don't know why it's not. Let's say live now. List it. Give me 1 second. It should. God damn, I hate. Get set up to. Okay.
I don't know. My older brother should be tuning into this too. He seen it on Instagram and he was saying,
man,
you and cousin, man. I said, yeah, you know, he's looking to join.
I am trying to figure out why is it not showing our live. It says that the system is done, the test key is done. I hate YouTube. Okay. It was crazy. I just checked all this prior to everything we doing. Okay, let me StreamYard. Got us going live. Okay, so StreamYard live on major platforms. And that's us into broadcast. View on YouTube. You are about to view on YouTube.
There we go.
It should have us. On YouTube. There we go. Should have us. Okay. There we go.
I hear a little echo.
Okay, I'm gonna close it down on my side. Yeah. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so we should be on YouTube. I just can't look at it on my screen for some strange reason without it causing some type of hiccup.
Okay. I'm gonna refresh my page here and I can see it.
Yeah, because it just showed. There we go, right there. So you see it? I see we got one person following, so I'm assuming that's.
I can't hear you now. You're breaking up.
You can't hear me?
No, it's like breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
What's that?
Yeah. Can you hear me now, or is it a delay?
It's still a little laggy.
Okay.
Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you fine. Let me
There you go. You're a little bit better.
Okay.
Now I got your channel pulled up, but I don't see it live yet.
Your
last video is still up here right now.
Okay. Let me do it this way.
We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. I know we somewhere on there because I just pulled it up, so I don't know if I gotta go through YouTube. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open it up through YouTube.
There you go. I can hear you a lot better now.
I bet. I'm gonna open it up through YouTube and
stream it like that.
Stream it like that and see if that'll work. And I'm gonna close this one out this way. So I'm gonna go to view on YouTube. Closing YouTube while you're live. This will save bandwidth. If you need YouTube open muted so you don't hear it, note that YouTube adds about a 10-second delay to your broadcast. Okay, so it should open muted. So there we go. So we are on YouTube according to. So we're on YouTube according to the thing. It's saying that we are on YouTube and it's a 1 minute delay.
Okay.
And
okay.
Right now I'm following. I see one person watching, and that's me. Let me make sure that everything is public, because that might be opening it up on the page. So let me go back to this and make sure it's public.
And then I'll throw something out on Facebook telling everybody that we're live.
Yeah, we are live right there, and I just made it. I remade it public. So here we go, and here go the link. I'm gonna copy this link, and I am going to come back over here, and I'm gonna send you this link right here. Boom. That's our link. So we should be up. I see us on there. So you should be able to see us on there, and it shouldn't be any whatchamacallit. It shouldn't be any lag in between it. So refresh your screen. For those who watching or those who see this, I apologize for the hiccups. We had to get it going, but we got it going. So we should be starting in a few more minutes. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you refresh your screen? Your screen good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it now. There we go.
There we go, man.
Yeah. We're
It,
good
it
to go.
took a minute, man. It really
It's
took a minute. Um, so hey everybody, this is Mr. Legacy Builder. Thanks for tuning in. I am here with the one and only, the infamous brother from another, Stephen Moore, founder of mooreawarenesstees, LLC. Hey
yeah.
man, what's going on?
What's up, man? Thank you, Mr. Legacy Builder. Glad that we got a chance to do this, man. I appreciate it. I'm humbled and I am blessed, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem, man. No problem. So I'm gonna just cut right into it because time is always valuable, man. And I wanna I'm getting a lot of things. Let me just tell everybody the link real fast. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna get right into it, man. So real fast, just just I personally know who you are and everything, but for the world, just tell
Yeah.
us a little about yourself, man. Who is Stephen Moore, and how did you come with the idea of your company? Like, what led, how we get here? Take us back.
All
So
right.
walk me
All
through
right. Well, that's
who
what's
was
up.
Stephen before the company.
Okay. Well, I'm Stephen Moore. As you know, a lot of other people don't know. Born in Jersey City, a little bit of rough upbringing, you know what I mean? And I did a lot of bouncing back and forth from New Jersey to Minnesota. Minnesota is where, as an adult, I started to learn some things about myself. One of those things was social stigmas, and the big one was around mental illness and addiction.
Mm,
Battling with those two things led me into treatment and led me to meet some amazing people. And leaving out of there with this awakening feeling, and this bright epiphany of how could I be of service to people, and how could we change the culture, and how could we change the stigma that people look at those who've been down that road.
yeah,
So something as simple as fashion statements. You know what I mean? It's kind of what peaked it. So we started, me and a couple of my friends, man, we talked about it, and I started something called More Awareness Tees, bringing awareness to different social stigmas and situations. Sobriety being my main vocal point. But there's a lot of different things that go on in our culture, man, that I feel like we need to be aware of. So what better way to do it than fashion? So I got together with some people and some good friends, and started to piece by piece get things together. And here we are with More Awareness Tees.
yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people, man, they don't realize the importance of things that happen every day from, different types of awarenesses from, what you've been through and just different everyday things. I know a lot of times people just put out racism and things of that nature, but your movement really helps people understand what's going on and how they can go to it. So were you always in the, like, what was your first product?
Was a sober shirt. Actually, it was a sober shirt. My first design was a sober, because we're in Minnesota and it's cold. So it was a sober design with the Minnesota logo. And also being in Minnesota, I went to church right kitty corner where George Floyd was murdered. And
Mm,
it was huge because that church and that area where I've been plenty of times rang very, very close to me. So then from the sober, I kind of put that on the side for a second and start doing Black Lives Matter t-shirts, and that really took off. That really gave me a lot more traction.
yeah,
My main thing when I started was the sober. But then I started to realize that what, mental and addiction illnesses weren't the only ones that we were facing, and weren't the only things that needed some shine. You
Yeah.
know, so that's where the Black Lives Matter came in. But for my first design was the Minnesota sober design.
Nice, nice. Now, are your shirts for just? Are they for like? Who are they for? Like, when with your shirts, are they for children, adults, men, women? Like, what type of shirts do
Oh
you
man, um, they're for everybody. Just like me going to treatment, right? You
have?
know, as I talk about racial indiscrepancies, um, mental illness and addiction doesn't discriminate. That is something that affects everyone. All ages, all different walks of life, and going through that, I also got a chance to meet with people that I probably normally wouldn't have crossed paths with, but we all have something in common, and that kind of allowed me to think about which direction I wanted to go, and I wanted to do something for everybody. So this is something for everybody. You know, we did young kids. I did birthday party. We also do custom stuff too. So I did custom work, and I did it all for everybody. This is something that I wanted to be inclusive. I wanted everybody to feel a part of.
Yeah.
I wanted to reach the community, you know, and that bringing it back. That's what More Awareness Tees was about. It's about bringing more awareness.
I hear that. So it's more awareness with two at the end. Is it two E's? Correct.
Yes, two E's, S, More Awareness Tees.
Spelled the way it sounds. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So I'm about in a second. I'm gonna show the site so that way everybody can be able to see the great more awareness teams, man. So how did you get out to the community, man? How did it feel telling your story like that? What made you so comfortable sharing your story with everybody?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. At first, it was very difficult. I was worried about the judgment. I was worried about the little slanted eyes and the whispers that you might hear, because I felt like people have an opinion, or people have a judgment when you say, "Hey, I'm an alcoholic," or "Hey, I'm an addict." You know, I feel like people already start to dismiss you or look at you sideways. But there was an incident when my uncle passed away, and I I gave a speech at his funeral, and I'm so used to the AA meetings to announce myself, "Hey, I'm Steven, I'm an addict, alcoholic." I get up to the podium and I'm like, "Hey, I'm Steven, I'm an addict, alcoholic," and the whole room embraced it, and so it let me know that it was okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that was a shining moment for me, um, realizing that I can talk about this and I can be open with this to everybody. And I'm an open book. If you have questions, if you have anything, reach out to me. I'll talk to you about it. You know what I mean? My journey, my story, is what makes me who I am. I'm not defined by my past. I'm moving towards something greater.
Yeah, man, because when I heard your story with pull up the screen so they can see it. When I heard your story and when me and you first was chopping it up and you was telling me about your brand and everything, I was like, okay, the word plays with more awareness and the name more and how powerful our name is. I
Yeah.
was impressed because what a lot of people don't understand is it takes a lot to be willing to give yourself to the world and have a movement like yours where you're out there educating people through your brand, letting them know it's okay to share with people that, because to me it's a unity thing. It's okay to
Yeah.
let people know that, hey, what I've been through is not me. It doesn't define me. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. And sometimes in life, actually, what I've been through is meant to make me a little stronger and allow me to get out there and really touch base with people and help people know, that this can be overcame. There's people out there that have been through not just what you've been through, but also some people out there who have experienced what you've been through and have managed to be as successful as you are. and that's a testament to everybody that bringing awareness to it is actually the first step in taking it to the next level. Yeah, man. So I'm proud of you, man. So what's been your main? I'm looking at your page over here, and I love the sweaters, man. The sweaters look nice.
Thank you.
What's your top seller on your page? Like,
I would have to say it'd be the sober shirt. That was probably one of my main sellers right down there, right there. Yeah, the sober hoodies, the sober t-shirts. I had to say I sold quite a few of those. Minnesota has a huge recovery community. People come from all over the country to come to Minnesota to recover from drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be. And I didn't know this. I've been in Minnesota for years and didn't realize that the opportunity was here. And I think when it comes to that particular situation, we don't know. That's why I thought More Awareness Tees was very necessary, because sometimes we're just not aware until you might see somebody wearing a sober shirt and you say, oh man, and you like, yeah, man, I got this. So, and it's a conversation starter. It's a conversation starter, and then in that conversation, you are aware of things. Now you having the conversation. That's how everything starts.
That's correct. That's correct. So with your tees and everything, do they come in like different colors? What's like the main color?
We do pretty basic right now. Main color, black, white, gray. I've done a lot of black shirts. I think people like the black, and maybe it's because it's cold here. And when you got a black shirt, it's gonna help keep you a little bit warmer. But mainly, it's been a lot of black shirts, and also equality shirts. The equality shirts have been a huge seller as well. We got a huge support group in our pride communities, man, and I'm supporting them.
Now, I remember you telling me earlier. So what organizations you guys got a give back program that you was telling me that you guys are part of? You want to talk about that and let everybody know how that works?
Okay, so yeah, that is huge, and I think that was the main thing, that got me doing this. It wasn't because I was trying to become some entrepreneur, just get rich quick thing and sell shirts. I wanted to give back, and I wanted to be of service to the community. So every quarter, we take a portion of our profits and we donate it to a nonprofit organization that's out there on the front lines putting that work in. So this quarter, we got Beyond Your Block. Shouts out to Beyond Your Block. Their nonprofit organization will be our first donation coming up this quarter, and they are specifically for young Black men, high school age, getting them tech tutors and technology based information education.
Nice. So every quarter you give out to them, or every quarter you give out to different people? How does it work?
Moving forward, every quarter we will pick a different organization or a different group, and we will be sending out emails, and we'd love comments and feedback. And if you know of an organization, or if it's your hood or your community that may need something, please send us a message, reach out. We'd love to connect with you. We did a partial donation. This wasn't for our quarterly, but this was something that rang with my heart. And because I love my nephew, that's one of the clothing brands that I have. It's called Nev. So I donated some shirts to Thomas Edison High School for Northeast Minneapolis, their football team, their varsity football team. I donated some Black Lives Matter shirts to those young men. They're doing great work on the field and off the field, and I'm so proud of those guys.
Man, that I mean, knowing you as family, I've always knew you had to give. You always added value to people and things, but that says a lot for you to be willing to not just put yourself out there, but add value to people and let them know that you're not just supporting them, but your movement is bigger than just, like you said, making money off of it. That's what's up. Tell me a little about how the clothing thing started, man. Did you have help? Did you have, were people just handing you money? Like, let me know, man. Tell me about it.
No, that's a good question, T. It kind of goes back to me getting sober. They had when I went to treatment, they had a crafting room, right? So we played around in the crafting room and we were painting and getting into art. And man, that became like a form of meditation for me. Like I got to painting and I really kind of started tapping into this really creative side that I forgot about as a kid, and that's a lot. And that's another thing about learning about yourself. I tapped into that and I started to make little custom T-shirts and stuff when I was in there. And as I came out, I said, "Oh man, this was kind of cool." At first, I was doing it for me, and then I said, "Man, you know what? A couple of the guys in some of my groups like the shirts and wanted one." And I said, "Man, this might be something that I can actually do." And
Nice.
with the whole COVID-19 situation, we weren't actually able to be active like we usually were. So a lot of things were virtual as it is now. But it was cool to see somebody wearing a shirt or me sending somebody a shirt just to let them know I'm thinking about them. So I
So
mean that, yeah.
so your brand, your company is based online, like for the most part.
What was that?
Are you based online for the most part, or are you gonna?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been strictly online. I think in the early parts of it was before I had the online website up. It was just like DMs. Like somebody would send me a message, "Hey, could I get a couple of those shit?" And then so I would do it. But and then I was thinking to myself, like, man, I got to get organized with this. And
Yeah.
that's where, like, what you do is so important. You bring that knowledge to people to help build these businesses for people who don't know much about it. I get on
Yeah.
the phone with you and I learned so much more in that conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, man.
so
Well,
it's important to subscribe to channels like this when somebody's giving you that information. Take those gems when you could.
yeah, man. Because when I've been in business for about 7 years, dealing with the real estate and the consulting space, but my goal has always been to try to solve problems with people. Even when it was back in the day as kids, when we used to try to figure out how to get some candy legally, and we were between 11, 12, and 13. So trust me, I
How we
definitely
gonna get some more
understand.
cookies in that jar?
Yeah, yeah, man, that's what's up. So is your company available? Are you servicing globally? Are you national? Or are you just local?
I feel we will be growing. The more we continue and the more support we get from the people, we will be growing and we will be getting to more accessories and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
as of now, we got masks, we got hoodies, we got jackets, hats, and shirts.
nice,
But I
nice,
mean, I plan on growing this thing as far as far as we could with the help and the support of the communities.
nice. What is your as an entrepreneur? What is your like when you reached? How did you know your? I guess with the people, because the channel itself is based off business, real estate, and multiple money streams. So how
Yeah.
did you know that clothing was gonna be the thing that was gonna really work for you? Like, what made you feel that that was really gonna be it?
After my first few weeks of selling my sober shirts, my Black Lives Matter shirts, I remember talking to my wife about it. I came home, and I mean, this was before the website, so it was either Cash App or Cash. And I remember looking and telling my wife, "Man, I made some money." I said, "Man, I can probably actually be pretty lucrative at this." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And a lot of my AA groups were all self-sustaining. So I made a charitable donation to one of my AA groups, and that kind of clicked in my head. And I said, I could really be of service financially to different groups by selling these shirts. So things just kind of started to line up, you know what I mean, the way that they were supposed to. And as I continued to go, and I had a huge support from, I gotta thank everybody in my corner, man. Minneapolis, Brooklyn Park, the Twin Cities, a lot of friends and family, my mom. It was a lot of people, man, who reached out and bought shirts when I first started this thing up, and I couldn't have did it without them.
Yeah, man, that's, I always say, when you're telling your story, you never let nobody carry your pen and write your story by controlling that pen. But you tend to know who's really with you, especially with a movement like yours. You tend
Yeah.
to know who's with you by the vein that connects to the pocketbook. Like I always,
Yeah.
like one of my mentors used to always tell me, the most important way of showing support and value, even if you don't want or you don't directly have the money at that point, is referring somebody to you, or even just reaching out and just answering questions and things like that. So
Yeah.
I commend you, man, for stepping out there. And you married, correct?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man. How long you been married?
Almost 10 years.
Woo!
Believe it or not.
Decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, my 9-year anniversary is coming up. The end of 2021 will be 10 years. So we're going on time
Congratulations,
right now.
man. So how are you able to, like, what is some ways that you're able to manage, the business, you got the fam, you got kids, right?
I got kids. I
Yeah,
got
man.
4 kids. One of them is grown and out the house. I got 3 of them here. And I got a full-time job. I'm an operating engineer for a wastewater treatment plant. I do environmental service work. Uh, so yeah, it is pretty difficult. We work 12-hour shifts. We're essential, so it's a 24/7 operation. We don't stop at the wastewater treatment plant. But this is something that I'm passionate about. And I think when you're passionate about something, you make time, right?
Yeah,
So
man.
um, there was plenty times where right after a 12-hour shift of working, I came home and had to press up some shirts. It's like, okay, I got 3, 4 orders I got to make, and so you
So,
make it happen. And my family has been super supportive. They love what I'm doing. They see what I'm doing. I think it's exciting in the house as well. It's been really good energy behind it because the cost of it. I think it'd be a
yeah,
different tone if it was just, oh, dad's just trying to get some money. I think it'd be a different tone. But my kids are very much a part of my recovery, and they see the help and they see the necessity of it. So I think everybody's on board and they see what kind of good we could be doing.
well, man, do you have any actual targeted, like awarenesses that you target, or is your story mainly just bringing awareness to letting everybody know that it's okay to go through something and be able to come through it on top? Is that more so what you guys are about, or is it just about bringing awareness to struggles that everybody is going through?
I think I think the underlying thing is my story is me overcoming addiction and beating it, and then it became, well, people can change, because I'm starting to feel like, I was in a really bad spot. I'm like, well, if I can pull myself out of there, anybody could. And
Yeah,
then I'm looking as the fall kind of clears up, I'm looking at the current climate of the world, and there's so many different things. Like, I mean, we could sit and talk about it's the year 2020, and we're still talking first black this, first black that. We should be so far from that, and that was a whole nother conversation. We're talking about equality and about Black Lives Matter, that movement, and about ending racism, which we are so far, we should be so far from that as people. You know what I mean? Just being human beings. And like I said, back to mooreawarenesstees, the sobriety and recovery is what brought all of that to light to me, because sobriety has no discrimination. So that brought the whole piece of the world to my eyes, and it was
yeah,
like, how could I bring that look to on a greater scale?
yeah. Man, like I said, from knowing you personally, I already knew you was the man at a young age. Back when we used to say "hungry, hungry Steven,"
Yeah.
I was like, he got to be successful because he eat like a millionaire. So I know eventually he gonna meet his stomach.
People that
His
know me know
lifestyle gonna meet his stomach. So that's that. Yeah,
that's
but
what's up.
it's I commend you, man. With me in Georgia with the real estate
Yeah.
and consulting company going on and me trading and just different things, man. I honestly know how it is.
Yeah.
Being hard and having a hard time trying to be able to tell your story. And with you and me remembering that we grew up as kids introverted and we didn't share, what we were going through, because that wasn't the in crowd to
Yeah.
you being a successful young man like you are, man. I am very proud of you, man. Real proud of you. And anything else you want anybody to know? You got any projects coming up that you want everybody to look out for?
Just stay tuned, man. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram at mooreawarenesstees.com. Definitely stay linked in with you if they want any kind of tips in business. I know I stay linked in there, man. I'm subscribed and I'm watching Mr. Legacy Builder religiously, man, for any kind of tips that help me build my brand and help me build my business. So for anybody that's looking to come up to it, man, seriously, keep your eyes and ears open, pay attention, and take these gems when you can get them. You know what I mean? They're here. We got them. And I think what me and you both talked about before was breaking cycles. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Changing up the culture a little bit. The more we know, the better we do.
That's correct, man. Well, I like to end. Since this is one of many, I'm gonna definitely have you back. So just let me know in the near future when we can link back up, so I can bring you back on the channel, so we can talk about any new products that you got going on.
For
And
sure. Hey, this shirt isn't on my site yet, but if people do like the sober drip, that's what it is. It's the sober drip right here. Stay tuned. Check out mooreawarenesstees.com and I'll throw it up there. Let me know what you guys think.
So y'all hear that? If you like that shirt, follow him. Make sure you follow him anyway. He got a lot of gems. And this is a young man. I personally know him. We 5 years apart. I was trying to figure out, I'm like old as sand, but I think we like 7 years apart or so like that. But I've been knowing him all my life and all his life, and he's always been a value adder. And when he told me his message about his story and all the things he's overcame and the movement he got going on, where the company doesn't just take your money, but your proceeds to his business allows him to support other organizations out there, Alcohol Anonymous, which is AAA, different football groups, because it's not so much about depression, it's more about being aware of what's going on in the world. And his movement it personally hit home when he told me he was going through inner demons, and by connecting to a way to help others, he was able to overcome his inner demons. So everybody, this is the infamous Stephen Moore. Make sure you guys check him out over there at mooreawarenesstees.com. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody that want to know how they can overcome for motivation, or anybody that want to know more about this young man. Check him out. This is Mr. Legacy Builder. You guys be blessed. All right, Steven. I'll hit you later, man.
All right, man. Thank you again for having me, man. We'll definitely do this again.
No problem, man. Love, man. Peace.
All right, peace.